Hey guys, if you are new here, my name is Candy. I'm a mama to 5. On my channel, I share a lot of homeschooling, homesteading, gardening, day in the life, what's for dinner, grocery hauls, freezer cooking, all kinds of fun stuff. Today's video is not going to be like that though. It's going to be very serious. Alright. Okay guys, James is getting ready to head back for surgery. Yeah, here we go. Hey guys, so it has been, goodness, 2 days since I filmed what I did at the hospital. I did not film very much, and it was such a hard day. I don't know. It was so much to take in. It didn't even cross my mind to film anything except for the little bits I did. So I'm trying to think of where to start. James went in for a routine, I guess you could call it, normal, happens all the time procedure. He has 9 heart blockages, and 2 years ago they said that they were not ready to be stented, that they really wanted to try to give it longer and not have to start doing things like stents on him at this point in his life, because he was only 43. So we went in because of his abnormal stress test, and they did some x-rays and ultrasounds, and they said that his blockages had gotten drastically worse. They were supposed to go in and do some stents. We got there and checked in, went through the COVID screening, all that stuff, got in the room, and we were in there, I don't know, till about 10:30, and they were supposed to have taken him back at 8. That's just by the time they were ready for him and what time he went back. And they told me they'd be, because of how bad things were, they were going to have a bypass surgeon on standby, and they were going to go in, stent things, but just in case, they were going to have a bypass surgeon. So they said what they were going to do was go in, do the heart cath, and that would take 30 to 60 minutes, and then they were going to go right into doing the stents or possibly even a bypass, and that they would send a nurse to talk to me, but they weren't going to stop. They were just going to get it all done. So they took him back, and 12 minutes later they brought him back, and I knew it wasn't good, because 12 minutes, there's no way they got him to the, room for surgery, got him under anesthesia, and did an angiogram and put stents in 12 minutes, and it just, as soon as they came in and said that they were bringing him in, I was just instantly shocked, and I knew it wasn't good. I'm sorry, I fidget with my face when I'm nervous, so, anyways, or anxious, maybe anxious is the word. We waited, and finally the doctor called me, and he said, here's what happened. Things were way worse than what we thought when we got in there, and I can't stent that. He needs upwards of 20 stents in order to stent everything that we would have to stent. And the bypass surgeon that was there said he wasn't even comfortable working on James at all. And I asked them what that meant, and they said that meant that neither of us think we can fix him. And he said, I'm gonna give all James's stuff to another surgeon, see if he thinks that maybe he can help, but I just don't think I can do it. And so I got off the phone with him, and the nurses were still, you know, in and out, and one of them was holding pressure on his arm because he was having some bleeding problems, and she said, if you need to step away, go ahead and step away, it'll be fine. And I went to the bathroom, and as soon as I got in the bathroom, I just started crying. It's so hard to hear somebody tell you that they can't help your husband and they can do nothing for them. I mean, it was so much, and it just hit me all at once, like, this is my husband, this is my best friend, this is my kid's father, this is somebody that I have spent 9 years with, and someone that I love so much, and you're just going to tell me, you know, you can do nothing, and there's nothing to do. And I was crying, and then I heard him kind of talking, and I thought he was waking up, so I kind of pulled it together, and I went in there, and he saw me, and he said, how many stents did they do? And I said, they didn't do any. And he kind of said, huh. And he said, did they do the bypass? And I said, no. And then he just went back to sleep. About an hour and a half later, he came to, and he asked me again, how many stents did they do? And I said, none. And he said, oh. And I said, why don't we see if we can get you some food? And so we got him a sandwich and a drink, and he ate that, and then he kind of started getting more alert, and he asked me a third time, how many stents did they do? And I told him again, here's what happened, here's what's going on, and he just laid back, and he was pale, and he said, that's not good, is it? And I said, no, it just doesn't sound good, but there's another doctor gonna look at everything, so we just have to pray that he's going to be the one that can help you. So, about an hour and a half later, we finally had the other doctor come in, and he plopped down in a chair next to James, and he asked him, how old are you? And James said, I'm almost 46. And he said, you're really young to have this many problems. James said, yeah, my mom was, you know, really bad, or she was in a nursing home before she was in her early 50s because of her heart being so bad. And, you know, my dad's got some heart problems too, but, you know, we didn't know it was going to escalate this quickly in 2 years. And the doctor said, well, I've looked at everything, and the only thing good I can say is that you're young enough that maybe you'll spring back well. Your, you know, kidneys, liver, lungs, all that stuff is super good, healthy, strong. So maybe it won't be too much on you if we go in and we do 4 or 5, maybe more bypasses. He said they are essentially going to have to go around and bypass huge sections that are just so extensive they couldn't stent them with just one stent. And he said, you know, if I do 4 or 5, who knows how many bypasses, I think we can get you by for about 10 years. But there are several places where you have blockages that are along the walls of your heart we just can't get to. So he said, I think I can help you. I think I can give you 10 more years. So James said, okay. James signed the papers. We go back the 29th, and we have to leave our house by 3 a.m. to get there. So James's dad's going to have the kids, and James will have 5 or 6 bypasses. 4 or 5, I don't know. We're not sure. There's a lot of uncertain. He said there's a lot of things that could happen, that James, in a perfect scenario, will be home in 5 days. And if anything goes wrong, there's any complications, he'll be there longer. There's a chance it doesn't go well, he ends up on a ventilator or worse. And we don't have a lot of options, because if we just let things go like they are, I'm going to lose my husband soon. But if we do this, it might give us 10 more years. And then in 10 years, they can go in and maybe try to bypass some more and see if they can give him any more time. But right now, so what we're looking at is a best case scenario of giving him 10 years, and then seeing in 10 years what can be done, or if anything can be done, or if things have advanced since then, and what they can do to help him. That's why it's taken me so long to get to this. I've been a mess. I went yesterday to the store, and I spent 3 hours crying in the parking lot just because I needed to be away from James and not let him see my worries and stress, and I needed to be away from the kids. And I just sat and cried. And then I went home and I pulled it together and cleaned my house and did my laundry and did all the things that needed to be done, because they needed to be done, and that's my job, to take care of everybody and to keep it together for them. And so that's what I did. So obviously I haven't been vlogging very much, but we go in on the 29th, and I would really appreciate all the good thoughts and all the prayers, because he needs them so much, and our family needs them so much. I'm so scared for him, and it's so hard to find the strength, and I've prayed and I've prayed, and I know that I should pray and not let myself be upset and bothered, and that I need to let God handle it. But it's still hard. It's hard to be the one who's strong. It's hard to be the one who keeps the kids calm and collected and okay through this. It's hard to be the one who takes care of the house through this and makes sure that everybody's eating and your husband's taking his medicine, and that your husband's not stressed out and worried about you. And it's just hard. And it's hard, you know? So, anyways, I will be doing video updates on things and try to make sure to kind of keep you guys posted on how his surgery goes and all that. But he's been having a lot of chest pain, and he's not going to finish our dining room floor before surgery, and after surgery he can't lift over 3 pounds for several months, and so he won't be finishing the floors till probably around Christmas. So I'm going to go ahead, and all the books and things that are all covered with dust and a mess, I'm going to go ahead and wipe everything down, organize it, straighten it up. I'm not trying to get school in next week with everything. It's just going to be too much. So I want to get in some school with the kids this week. I know James's dad is taking them all Monday night. Tuesday, I think I'll come home Tuesday night or Wednesday morning, and then his dad will go sit with him at the hospital, and then Thursday and Friday a friend from church is taking the kids, and I know that they will be good and safe and happy with her for a couple days, and I can go back up there with him And then if things go smoothly, hopefully Saturday he'll get to come home. That's the tentative plan anyway. So yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. I need to get in the store and get a few things and kind of get it together before. Okay guys, so I'll see you guys next time with another new video, and if you've not already subscribed, please subscribe, stick around for more, and I would love to chat in the comments below. Thank you.